Hey, this is Peter from Ganales Counseling, and today we are talking about emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence and why it matters? Ever wonder why some people seem to handle stress gracefully, connect easily with others, or bounce back from setbacks like it's no big deal? It's not luck, it's not charm, it's emotional intelligence. And it might just be more important than your IQ. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and use emotions, both your own and others, in healthy and constructive ways. It's what helps you stay calm during conflict, communicate clearly, empathize with someone who's hurting, or motivate yourself even when you are struggling. High EQ helps you stay calm under pressure, resolve conflicts, communicate effectively, and build deeper, more authentic relationships. Here's a quick self check that you can do. Do you pause before reacting? Can you name your emotions as they rise? Are you able to recognize when someone else is upset, even if they don't say it? Do you know how to calm yourself when you're overwhelmed? If you answered no to most of these, that's okay. Emotional intelligence is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and strengthened. So, why is EQ that important? Because EQ affects almost everything: how you handle conflict, how you parent, how you show up in romantic relationships, how you perform at work and interact with others, even how you bounce back from failure. In fact, studies have shown that people with high EQ tend to be more successful in life, not because they're smarter, but because they can work with people better, adapt to stress, and manage emotions like anger, anxiety, disappointment more effectively. EQ is made up of five key components. Number one, self awareness, knowing what you're feeling and why. Why is this important? Self awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. You can name what you're feeling: anger, sadness, anxiety, joy. You're better equipped to understand how those emotions are influencing your thoughts and actions. Without self awareness, your emotions may control you without you even realizing it. For example, you're in a team meeting at work and feel irritated. Instead of snapping, withdrawing, self awareness helps you recognize: I'm feeling frustrated because I feel like my ideas aren't being heard. That insight creates space for a more thoughtful response instead of an impulsive reaction. Number two, self regulation. Managing those emotions so they don't manage you. Why is this important? Emotions are valid, but not every emotion should lead to action. Self regulation allows you to pause, reflect, and choose how to respond instead of reacting in a way that damages your relationship or your own well-being. For example, instead of sending a heated text right after the conflict happened, self-regulation helps you step back, cool off, and return to the conversation with clarity and compassion. It protects your peace and your relationships. Number three, motivation, using your emotions to drive positive actions. Why is this important? People with high emotional intelligence are often intrinsically motivated. They find purpose and meaning in their actions. This keeps them grounded during difficult times and helps them maintain a positive attitude even in the face of setbacks. Example, you're working on a long term goal, like a degree, fitness journey, business project, whatever. Motivation rooted in EQ helps you stay on track, not because someone else is watching, but because it aligns with your values and long term vision for yourself. Number four, empathy. For me, this is one of the most important ones. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's more than sympathy, it's emotional attunement. Why is this important? Empathy strengthens relationships. It improves communication and helps build trust. When you can tune into what someone else is feeling, even when they're not saying it outright, you create space for connection and healing. For example, let's say a friend cancels plans at the last minute and seems a little bit off. Instead of getting annoyed or angry, you sense that they might be overwhelmed and say, "Hey, is everything okay? You seem a little stressed or something's wrong." That emotional check in deepens that friendship. Number five, social skills. Building healthy relationships through communication and connection. Why is this important? EQ isn't just about how you manage your own emotions, it's also about how you show up with others. Strong social skills help you handle conflict, collaborate, express boundaries, and foster emotional safety in your relationships. For example, let's say at work there's a disagreement that arises. Instead of escalating tension, you actively listen, validate the other person's point of view, and you work towards a solution that benefits everyone. Together, these five EQ components allow you to understand yourself more clearly, to regulate emotional storms. It helps you bounce back from adversity. It strengthens your personal and professional relationships. It creates a life that aligns with your values and emotional well being. And the best part, emotional intelligence is a skill, it's not fixed. With intention and practice, anyone can grow their EQ over time. Here are a few practical ways to build your emotional intelligence. Practice naming emotions. Every day ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Go beyond good or bad. Try, am I frustrated? Am I anxious? Am I hopeful? Do I feel rejected? Do I feel peaceful? Pause before reacting. When triggered, take a breath. Buy yourself a few seconds to choose a better response. Practice active listening. Try listening not just for words, but for emotion. Ask, what might they be feeling beneath the surface? Reflect. Don't react. Journal or process your emotional triggers. What patterns do you see? Seek feedback. Ask a trusted friend, how do you experience me emotionally? That insight can be eye opening and humbling. In a nutshell, emotional intelligence isn't about being perfect or in control all of the time. It's about learning how to work with your emotions instead of against them and using that wisdom to connect more deeply with yourself and others. Food for thought. Let me take off my clinical hat for a moment and share some of my personal thoughts on EQ. It's disheartening to witness emotional intelligence becoming yet another virtue quietly slipping away from our society. Much like respect, kindness, decorum, discretion, class, grace, and self respect. These qualities, once foundational, now feel like relics of a bygone era. In their place, we see a growing obsession with excess, mediocrity, and self indulgence. Civility and moral integrity are steadily declining, not by accident, but by design. Art, music, fashion, once the sacred vessels of human creativity and expression, have been co opted to promote distorted ideologies. The result is a world saturated with confusion where people are led to believe they can offer up the most sacred parts of their identity for public consumption, like goods at a concession stand, without ever facing the cost. But there are always consequences when we trade depth for spectacle and essence for applause. We're witnessing a rise in barbaric behavior, not just from the young, but also from those who should embody wisdom. Outbursts of rage and public spectacle have become disturbingly common, leaving us to question, are we witnessing regression or simply the unraveling of a society that forgets its soul? It feels like the echoes of a godless place where grounding values have been abandoned. And yet, many still hold on, clinging to a prayer, to hope, to the belief that a shift is possible, that somehow we can find our way back, but it won't be with brute intelligence or technology that leads us forward. What we need is a return to emotional intelligence, the capacity for empathy, restraint, and understanding. These qualities are not a sign of weakness, they are the wisdom that can guide us out of the current chaos and back into connection. If this resonates with you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos on mental health and emotional growth. This is Peter from Canales Counseling. I deeply, humbly thank you for even listening to my rants and the information that I try to share to help others. Have a great day, and remember, stay safe. All that you have is your soul. Take care.